Not every graph in the rectangular coordinate system is going to be a graph of a function. As we saw before, there are equations that have x and y to a power other than 1 that cause the graphs, the equations, to not be functions. One of the ways to test to see if a equation is a function or not is called the vertical line test. Now, in order to do this test, you must be given the graph of said equation. When you are doing the vertical line test, you are checking to see if there is a vertical line that intersects the graph in more than one point. If that is the case, then it is not a function. So, looking at example A, if I were to draw a vertical line on the negative side of the x-axis, I will notice that I have two intersections of my vertical line that show the equation being a non-function. I could also use the y-axis as a reference point where it shows 2 points, and if I go on the positive side, I have 2 points. So this is not a function. Looking at B, if I use my y-axis, I have 1 point of intersection on the graph. If I go on the left side, I have 1 point, and if I go somewhere on the right side, I have 1 point. Therefore, it is a function. Looking at C, if I use the y-axis as a reference point, I have 1 point of intersection, and I'm also going to check on the left side, and I have 1 point of intersection, and on the right side, and I have 1 point of intersection. So therefore, it is a function. Last but not least, I look at the graph at D. Again, I start off with the y-axis where I see 1 point of intersection. There is no graph on the left side of the x-axis, so I'm going to look at the right side. And when I do, I notice that I have 2 points of intersection. Therefore, not a function. So a good rule of thumb is to not just base your decision of whether the vertical line test pass or fail based off of the y-axis. Always check the y-axis on the left side and the right side.